Hey everybody, here again, another one. Today we're here to watch Do Not Trust These Superheroes with Your Life. And we're about to have a field day with this, honest. A freaking field day. But I guess before we get into this, make sure to go to that poll about the voting for the next series we watch. Also go to that other one about new show suggestions and everything like that. And let's get into this video.
Superheroes. They're there for you when you need them. They fight the fights that you can't fight. They'll help you up when you need them. Uplift you when you need it most. Help you cross the street type beat. But some of these are terrorists. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Batman. Yeah, you too, Henry Cavill, Superman. Some of these superheroes do more harm than good. Yeah, I'm finna be on my J. Jonah Jameson type beat whole
All right,
video.
let's see
But
it.
the first hero we got up to bat in hero court is Finn the Human. So the
I don't know. Finn, I feel like he's not really on the journey to save most people. I feel like Finn just be doing his own thing for the most part. To be completely real with you, I don't think he's the hero protagonist, but at the end of the day, I don't think he's really saving most people. I think he's on his own adventure with Jake. Like, really, the only person that he has to really save or risk his life for most of the time is just Jake. And even then, Jake has powers.
I don't have enough Adventure Time experience, knowledge to.
episode starts off with Finn and Jake having their legs broke because they dumbasses thought they could jump off.
Yeah, I remember that
perfectly
episode.
Fine. And Finn,
These freaking
not
freak
wanting to be a part of
nurses.
this weird nurse clown orgy Jake got going on, decides to find another way to heal his leg. Mind you, Jake has a whole girl, by the way, but Finn skedaddles. He
Jake's
pulls
just a
up on this
freak.
fork in the road, and this tree stump's like, "Hey, there's only two ways to go. If you go the right way, you lose your hair forever. If you go on the left, you're stinky forever." Finn, being a reasonable person at this point in time, is like, "Nigga, is there not another way?" That tree stump says no, and this is the beginning of the crash.
Didn't that man take off his head or something?
Sign off a little bro.
Yeah,
went straight through the middle of them thorny ass bushes. I don't know why he got beef with little bro. He was just doing his job. So now Finn pulls up to the next challenge he has to get through, and there's another person telling him there is no other way in this weird shrub. The whole time that nigga frying Finn.
No, wait, this man used his body to sway the waves back and forth.
But what Finn does is nuts. Because the lake Finn is trying to cross to get to the Cyclops, the current is so strong it'll tear his ass up. The water's acidic, and there's electric eels all throughout that.
Didn't Finn get bit by those eels in the actual episode?
So Finn was like, "Alright, I got something for you bitch ass niggas since you want to talk mess." Uprooted little bro from the dirt
and used his body as a shield
to the lake as he said, was smashing bro against the river, parting
He still ain't right for
in
this.
order for him
What?
to not touch that.
When did Rugrats do that?
Do you know how strong you have to
What do
be?
babies know
with a
about
bush?
Moses?
That Fern said that the current was strong enough it will turn you inside out. He's just hitting a bush that has gaps in it.
Then Finn got bit by those eels even with the waves. Yes.
Still, brother man did all that just to not even get halfway across the damn river, by the way. This is the hero of Ooh, using a citizen for his own personal crash out tendencies. Little dude been hanging around Princess Bubblegum for far too long. We need to expedite his ass up out of that kingdom. That Fern still alive.
I said Finn, he's a hero protagonist, but I feel like at the most part he should be doing his own thing.
Over here said, "You ugly, stupid, dumb, blonde idiot. How you gonna get to the other side of the damn lake? You just use all that energy to not even get 25% there." So Finn skipped the bush branch across the water like a skipping stone.
Like a maniac.
What he needed to do in order to do that with his own body and succeeded. I have no words. He can just do that. So now that Finn is across the lake, he's working on his little man with his melons who needs some help getting his tire because it got stuck in a tree and he's short. And this is the nicest a nigga could ever ask for help. And you know what Finn did?
He throws it away.
Flung that hoe over towards his wife
and then killed his wife or something.
Ran her ass over. Nigga just did that for no reason. Again, this is the hero of Ooh, by the way. Then Finn started to feel bad about his actions. No, buddy,
and again, he's 13.
You meant to do all of this. You can't feel bad now. Done broke out into song.
Finn's done a lot of stupid stuff over Adventure Time, let's be honest.
And was like, "I don't even want your tears anymore. I've done such a bad job."
Yeah, then he stole this giant's dollar.
Arm snatch later on, bucko. So that Cyclops decided, alright then, punched the piss out of Finn. He done brought his head closer to the carcass of Finn, so he punched him in the eye and he started crying on him. He got the tears anyways, so he pulled up.
What's retaliation though? You punch me to the ground, I'm doing whatever it takes. Yeah, then ripped off his head, bro.
But it shouldn't have gotten to that point at all. Finn, you're not off the hook with this though. But next up to bat, we got Spider-Man. Now, last video I covered.
I don't know, like Spider-Man. I at least trust he's gonna try. More times than not, I trust Spider-Man's gonna.
The only reason he killed Mysterio is because Mysterio was going to kill him.
Yeah, but he says don't trust these heroes. I trust Spider-Man. Because wasn't this man saving citizens as the town was being tsunami through by something?
No, no, he was
Like
saving.
Spider-Man does literally all that he can to save every single person. Like let's not forget Insomniac Spider-Man games, they let you know how much double time this man's working to save the people's lives around him. This is the thing is though, I think the thing was with him though, he definitely has killed those villains before. Ain't no way you drop someone off a building with this man. I don't know. Like he doesn't seem like I would trust Spider-Man, you know what I mean?
Insomniac Spider-Man. This time
Because
it's
I know
just
he at least tries to
Spider-Man
save
in
lives as much
general.
as he
Mainly
can.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew, yeah. Let's be honest, he got completely screwed over with this.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about that much.
But hey,
the only body Tom.
But hey, he saved MJ in No Way Home.
He learns from his mistakes.
Exactly. He saved her. So like he got it back in some way, shape, or form. He may have failed that one
And
time.
ironically enough,
But he saved,
Spider-Man.
and then again, he saved Gwen in the first Spider-Man movie. Remember
And
when the lizard rolled through the school and he threw her out the building and webbed her to the sun? Granted, that was very ineffective, but still, like he saved her that one time. Granted, Spider-Man, he can't save everybody. It's literally the thing about Spider-Man. But you know he's doing everything that he can to try to save you. That's why I trust him. He's gonna at least do everything that he possibly can to do with what he has to save my life.
Got on him is Mysterio, and we don't care about that nigga. We are specifically talking about Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Now I know
Toby
Brother
do.
Man didn't
I
go
can't
around
remember
just
enough.
being like, I'm gonna kill you.
Black suit
all three of
Spider-Man,
his
though?
movies. But if I had a nickel for every time a main villain died in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man final
Every
battle,
villain
I'd
that
have
died,
3
though,
nickels,
wasn't, like,
which
his
isn't
fault,
a
though,
lot,
for the real.
but it's weird it's happened 3 times. Green Goblin trying to backdoor
Yeah, Green
Spider-Man
Goblin
with
offed
his glider
himself.
just for
Doc
it to
Ock
backfire on him and
himself.
Bob his ass was indeed a crazy visual
The only
to see
person that
as
he
a kid.
really
That
tried
nigga
to
got
kill was
cooked.
Venom.
Dr. Octopus sacrificing himself.
And even then, the only reason Eddie died was because he wanted that symbiote. Yeah, that wasn't his intent. Every person that died was by accident.
And if I was a citizen in New York, I'd be concerned because a lot of these niggas didn't even see these fights. They just know Spider-Man fought somebody and he's the only one that came back. If J. Jonah Jameson ever started a podcast in this universe, he'd be talking about Spider-Man like he was King Vaughn. If we ever got that fourth Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, Vulture would have died too. His wingsuit would have like exploded on him or something, bro. I don't know. But
You go from fighting Sandman to Vulture. I feel like that's a complete drastic downgrade.
They don't call little.
No, don't trust him with nothing in your life. I recently saw this video of like comparing Superman fights. Do not trust this man, Henry Cavill Superman, with your life at all. I've seen the thing is when this man jumped over that one like gas tank, people start to say, I heard this one comment that sounded so stupid. You know what it said? He's an alien. He wouldn't know that a gas tank would explode. He grew up on Earth all of his life. He came to Earth as a baby, was raised by human parents, went to human school that tells you this information. He would know that that tank would explode and let it happen anyway. And let's not act like this man didn't fly head first through a gas station with people already around the city and through an IHOP right afterwards. A crowded IHOP at that. You know, someone in the kitchen got hit by debris at the back. let's not also forget this man flew through Metropolis like it was no one's business. Collateral damage. When people mention collateral damage, the thing they'll reference the most at that time was Man of Steel. Nowadays, we have more things to work off of, but if you wanted a reference of collateral damage, the 2 things you'd go to was either this movie or a Transformers movie.
Or Avengers.
Not even Avengers. Avengers movie, you gotta understand, even after the aliens ran through Avengers, they at least had a city to build back with. At the most, windows got broke through, some walls got broke through, some debris was on the ground, but the structures were still mostly there. For the most part, people were still living in New York for years after the aliens came through. Peter lived in the suburbs, went to high school like nothing ever happened.
I'm not gonna lie, I would be one of those citizens who was like steals an alien relic.
You gotta understand, bro. Like even after the Avengers movie, everyone was back to life like nothing happened afterwards. Like, granted, the casualties are brought up in Civil War, but at the end of the day, they can at least get back to life after. Like, they went to shawarma after it happened. Like, completely done and still alive shawarma. Like, that thing didn't get ran through. They had the materials to fully make themselves a meal after they right after literally like right after they got done fighting, mind you. They had time to go get some street food. That's how you know, like, at least they had something to say. Man of Steel? I don't know how the heck that city's left alive. Like, and the thing is, people were like, why don't people run away from the buildings falling? Even if you run away, you can't get far enough to where, like,
Okay, it's like how do I explain it? You're an ant and a human's about to step on you.
Like even when
There's limited ways you could go.
yeah, like even when like the two towers fell, right? Even when those things collapsed, there was so much like radius of impact where people died after the people just around those areas. Like you know what I mean? The collapsing of multiple, and the thing is, man, it's still multiple freaking towers are falling. There's very little way to get out of there, and even then, they're all over the place. You can't predict. Like even if you run this way, they'll fly over in milliseconds to get over there. Like there's no way that would make even any sense.
Bro, over man for nothing. I'm talking about 0 civilians saved, 0 chemistry with Lois Lane, 7 buildings exploded. That's
Yeah, like that court scene he mentioned right here, right? He didn't save nobody. It would be different if he, because the thing is, you know, he can move at Flash's speed, right? You know, he has bullet time. He, even if he couldn't stop the explosion, at least trying to save people at that amount of speed would still do something. It's just something is better than nothing. And he just, granted, I need to rewatch the movie to know the full context, but if the context is what I'm seeing right now, like he just saw this happen, like he knew it was gonna happen, didn't try to move nobody, then that's just no.
about 0 civilians saved.
I'll take
0
David
chemistry with
Superman.
Lois
At
Lane,
least I know
7
he'll try to
buildings
save me with
exploded.
all he
That
has
scene where
left.
Lex was
He
supposed
saved
to
a
appear in
squirrel.
that
He
courtroom,
better
and
save me.
Superman noticed something was wrong. Not just him, other people were there too. That bomb exploded, and Superman didn't even try to move to save anybody. He just sat there in the fire like, damn it.
Yeah, I know
Like,
he can move at super
man,
speed.
Fuck! Like something was clearly up and that nigga was dumbfounded. I don't know. And then the whole courtroom exploded. Yo, Zack Snyder, you suck. And don't even get me started on that Zod fight, because I'm about to do the Zod fight right
Oh,
now.
boy.
That boy Zod.
The kill count is
shoulder tackled
immeasurable.
the piss out of Clark. He
Look,
got back
that landscape
about
was
to do
not
the Zod fight
Avengers.
right now. That boy Zod done shoulder tackled the piss.
Look at this landscape. That is Metropolis. New York did not look anywhere near this bad after the Avengers movie. This looks like a wasteland. This is post-apocalyptic types of destruction. Avengers did not do that to the city. All right.
Piss out of Clark. He got back up. They ran, clashed with one another, just for Clark to get his goofy ass.
Granted, it was a cool
flying
fight
back.
scene,
Zod
but ain't
follows
no thing
Clark,
should be
and then
left.
That nigga starts genuinely tweaking, shooting them laser beams out of his eyes, collapsing that building Clark was in. And then his ass skedaddled. Now look, I know this video is for me to specifically fry.
Granted,
these
Superman
heroes,
can't
but
save
I'm really
everybody in
not
this
trying
scene.
to
I
fry
get that,
Man to
but
steal more
dang
than
it.
I need to.
Get him
What
out
in
of the city
goddamn hell
limits.
is this nigga Superman
The thing
confused
is-
about? What was he?
You know, the thing is, he led Zod to the city. He tackled him at full speed and strength towards the city, not away. He was in like the middle of a farmland where nothing else was there. He could have flown into the sky at least, or go somewhere else that's not in a crowded area to fight like gods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Looking at? He was like, huh, I wonder what's going on, as the building was actually collapsing on him in real time. But he flew out that hole, and the hole, nah, they got Superman.
Yeah, like these people
moving
right
like
here, they can't go
Invincible.
nowhere.
And this isn't
Especially
especially
not them.
Invincible, but Invincible.
This
is
is
telling
happening
a
in an
very
instant.
different
This is like the
Superman
equivalent like
story
when the
to
Fireplace
anything
aliens
Superman
fell
should be
down.
telling. Like, I'm not trying to see Superman bounce around the city like how Omni-Man had Invincible. in
Yes,
Chicago.
this is
mess
Conquest versus
frying me up.
Mark.
He got
But
up like
worse.
everybody seen his goofy ass flailing and crashing into that damn parking garage. And then we get to this scene.
Yes, this right there. That's what I was telling you about earlier.
Sweet Mother Mary, blood of Christ.
You
Why the
could've-
fuck did he jump over it? There's like 8 things Superman could have done in this situation other than jump over it.
Yes, we
He
know
could've
you're
used
strong
his laser
enough.
beams. He could have frozen. He could have just tanked it. And before you hit me with
Or,
the, well,
yeah, or
oh no,
catch that
maybe
thing.
they evacuated that parking garage. I'm not buying it, because there's niggas behind Superman and Zod as they are fighting 2 seconds from now. So Zod pulled up on Superman and cracked him one good time on the jaw.
Dang,
you know what,
them
bro?
thunder
F with me,
hits,
bro.
though,
I'm
bro.
rooting for Zod now. This
Like, it's a
nigga
cool
Zack
fight
Snyder had
scene, but, like, the
Superman moving like
collateral
an idiot.
damage you know
Clark
wanna
done
be around
weaved the
here.
Two-piece, got his very own two-piece block. Just for Zod to hit him
I'm
with
out
a
of
two-piece of his
Metropolis
very own.
before
These
this
boys
even
over here
happened.
throwing out
Exactly.
combos like it's a family
Granted,
man.
both versions
Zod
of
pulled up on
Metropolis have
Superman
bad
just
things
to get
happen,
his
but the thing
punch
is,
lead
David
and hit
Superman at
right
least
in
tries to
the
save
sternum.
people
And
within
again,
it,
with these boys
while
flying through
fighting
cars and
people,
mess like
mind
they
you.
are, there are still people in the background. Superman tried to finish off Zod.
Like,
but
every
a
time
car
I've seen
hit him on the
Superman
head
fight somebody,
because
he's tried to at least
these
get
niggas
away
are
from
fighting
people,
reckless
or
as
get people
hell.
away from
So
the object
Zod
that he's
kicked him
fighting.
square in the chest, pulled up on him, hit him with a right hook, uppercut, and I'll say this time and time again, I may hate Zack Snyder, but that nigga sure do know how to direct a fight.
Yes,
Done launched that
that's
boy
the
suits
thing right
up
there.
this building. And look at this
Say what
freak
you want about
Zod, bro. He
Zack.
can
That
fly,
man
by the
knows
way.
how to make
This
fights
is
look
uncalled
dangerous.
for. He's just doing this for the love of the game. But him and Superman clash, and Zod's the one that gets knocked back this time. Zod got launched to this building being constructed.
Like,
Superman
bro, you
pulled
know,
up, Zod wasn't there. He
like
tried
after
to
the
sneak that nigga
first building collapses, you know you need to get that man away from this place. Not use the place to your environment like Jackie Chan. Get this man up into the sky. Or fight in the Dragon Ball Canyon like a real person should. Don't
the
fight here
metal
anymore.
beam. Superman lasered that hole down. So he missed the initial attack, but still backhanded his ass away. Superman got knocked into it. This job has worked
165 days
without
without
an
an
accident
accident.
sign. When he got bumped into it and went back to 0. And you know what, Zach?
Wow.
Fair. You did your big ones on that
Yes.
one. I can't even be mad. That man Zod shed his battle armor. Brother Man did all that just so Clark could scoop his ass
Just
up, start
aura.
punching on dude. They over here battling through the sky, and good
Yes,
God,
this
they aren't
scene.
running into any buildings right now. I spoke too soon.
Yes.
Zod came out of a building, and then they proceeded to knock each other into buildings like ping pong.
Wow.
City not evacuated, by the way. Zod then grabbed
Exactly.
Superman by his cape and
This
flung him
happened in an
into
instant and no one was prepared
4711
for it.
building. Yes, there are still people in there. Just to get flung into outer space, that boy Zod crashed into a satellite and then chunked it at Superman. He caught that hole just for Zod to tackle his ass through it. Now it got satellite space debris falling back into Earth as Superman
Yep.
tackles Zod
And whoever
into
fell,
another
those things are
occupied
dead.
building. So Clark then put Buddy in a headlock, and Zod's like, all right,
Okay, I'll give it to him right here. He
He
didn't know what building he was going to go
laser
into.
beam this innocent family right in front of them. I'm not gonna hold you. They could have moved. Now Superman
Yeah,
did indeed
like you could have
snap
ran.
Zod's neck, and I'm
Like,
not,
let me go back and look at this family right
I'm
here.
not gonna hold you.
Yeah, like he's holding him back.
Like,
Bro, move
literally-
forward and go away. Like, have the
Literally,
kids move first, but you have time. Like, you
Or-
know this man's holding his head back so he doesn't hit y'all. Y'all have the time to move and get out the way.
Limbo underneath the laser beam.
Nah, because if you're close enough, that thing's like a laser. If that thing gets close enough, it's still burning your skin off. At the most you can do is run, like, the way I'm looking at the screen, run towards me. Like, like literally, if you run in my forward direction, you'll make it, you'll get away from that laser impact. And then Superman can get him out of there or whatever. But I get it. It's supposed to be like a very symbolic or like poetic moment for like this version of Superman's character. But I feel like they knew this thing was coming over slowly. You don't back up into a corner and see this coming. You see any opening that you can and run to it. That's what I'm doing.
They could have moved. Now, Superman did indeed snap Zod's neck, and I'm not even
Yeah.
mad at Superman killing Zod. I just feel like he skipped a few steps, bro. There was maybe a dozen other things he could have done here, but I'm not trying to sound like Cinema Sins. He did pack and smoke that bum. Now that we still on Henry Cavill Superman and not trusting him with your life, you can't even be family and trust this nigga with your life. Look at what he let happen to his pops. When his
Yes.
pops told him,
Why the heck would you let the dad with no powers go into this tornado like nothing was gonna... Bro, the dad knows you have super strength, right? The dad knows you got powers and that you can do this. The thing is, the dad went back to save a dog from a car. The dad knew that the dad went towards a tornado knowing you have a kid with super strength. If I have a kid that's not only have super strength but is invulnerable, he's gonna deal with this small problem while I take the rest of the family to the cellar. Because I know by the time that you get that dog out of there, you're gonna be like right behind us right afterwards. Because I know you can run fast, or at least at this point faster than my old behind could if I get the dog away. Because what's to say if the dog gets out, right? The dog can run faster than me. I'm an old man. I'm not running that fast. I know you are not only stronger, more durable, and faster than me. So you go like, hey, go get our dog off this car over here, right? Like, yeah, you can do that. This man can. And the thing is, he was like, no, because people will see you. People are gonna be more focused on this gigantic tornado that's within arm's reach of them, rather than the person saving the dog out the car. And granted, people will like not even really question it for real. They're just like, oh, dang, that man really had it for real. And the thing is, the car was completely easy to open. If the dad can open it, then he could. And the only reason why the dad got stuck behind is because like his leg got stuck in something, I think. Like that's the only reason why the dad didn't make it back was because his leg got stuck in something. If Clark was in that same situation, he wouldn't have got his leg stuck. And even if his leg got stuck, he would have just pulled it out because he has super strength. You get what I mean? Like, bro, come on now.
no, I don't.
Like, I
care,
get
nigga.
why these deaths are
Superman in
happening, but, like, in the
animated
real
series,
sense,
who
it
was
makes
probably
no
roughly the
sense.
same age as he was here. Full body stopped a nigga from getting exploded. He didn't care that his identity was gonna get revealed or nothing, because Superman saves people. But that's enough on this bum. Because the next hero we got in Hero Court today is Batman. Mr. Bruce Wayne. In last video, I covered a little bit of Arkham
No.
Batman just to mainly cover the new kid.
Okay, let's talk about it.
No, I refuse. No,
Trust with my
No,
life.
no, 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 no. I'm the judge in this.
Actually, you know what?
I'm
I would.
throwing
You
the
know
case
what?
out.
No, I would trust him with my life. You know why? Because Batman is so well renowned in some of the Arkham games that literally people are held up by gunpoint by two hostages, right? The moment they know Batman's behind the two gunmen, they instantly calm down. Their guards they are relaxed and chilling. That's how confident they are in Batman's ability to save their lives. And the thing is, he takes them out with no problem. Literally, like if you play a scene where like they continue the conversation before they take the bad guys out, they're literally just chilling and relaxing, knowing that they're gonna get off free when this man Batman comes back. In the Arkham games, bro, he saves a lot of lives. Like I'm not even lying to you, there's a lot of lives in the Arkham games that he saves. Granted, Batman can't save everybody, but you know if he's trying to save you, he's gonna try and save you by all means.
No,
Because you know he's gonna try. That's the thing I'm trying to tell you. You know he's gonna try to keep everybody alive as much as he can.
no. There was
Even the villains he tries to keep alive. If you know a man that tries to keep his villains alive, you know he's gonna try and keep you alive. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna try to say. I trust him with my life.
wait.
You know what I
That
mean?
like there was this comic where like this guy figured out Batman's identity, and he was gonna say, "I will tell you Batman's identity to all the villains," and the villains just started beating him up like, "We always know his identity." It's just the fact that is, if we expose Bruce Wayne as Batman, Bruce Wayne will be gone and Batman will be left. It's the fact
Yeah.
that he still has that humanity side of him, where it's like,
Yeah. But the thing is, I'll trust Batman with my life because the thing is, I know he's gonna do his best. If you do your best and you fail, it's GG's. If you don't try, and I know that you are like just not doing the most to even attempt to get me out the way or anything, that's when I wouldn't trust you. Like Man of Steel, a lot of people got done in the process. Granted, he couldn't save them regardless, but he could have gotten them. He could have like delivered the fight somewhere else at any given time because he already tackled him like away from the buildings twice. You know what I mean? Like he could get people away. He could get the fight away
no,
from people and cause
no.
less damage.
And also, can we not go back to the original animated series where like Harley Quinn was up for parole and and Batman was like, congratulations on your parole," and Harley Quinn's like, "What's it towards you?" And he basically took his hand out to shake hers, and she basically got scared, then realized he's not that bad of a guy.
Yeah, like Batman's not a I think he's gonna bring up the fact that like he doesn't kill the villains, which then again I still don't blame Batman for. Why the heck is there not a death penalty in Gotham? I don't care if it's not legal over
No,
here.
it's not
You
Batman's
can
fault. It's
change
the justice system.
you can change laws, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now, there's places that didn't have a death penalty at all before that have them now. You can change
Kill
it in
the
Gotham.
Joker.
And
Just
granted,
kill the
and people will
Joker.
be like, dude, you can plead a case to change that law in Gotham. You give them every criminal that you have in Arkham Asylum and beg for mercy. That's all you need. Not even then,
No,
just show them Joker. Put Joker on the stand. It'll give them every line. It will give you the stamp of approval in one sentence. They'll stamp that law, court over, everyone
no, like
adjourn.
don't
Kill
kill any
this
other
man.
like no. Even if you can't kill every villain, just kill the Joker.
Not even just Joker, bro. Because Joker, even
I
if
I
because it's been confirmed, even if you get rid of Joker, there's more people afterwards that are because not to mention you still got to deal with mobsters, bro. Even if Joker's gone, because Joker's just the mobster, but he's more insane. There's still mobsters out because Two Face is technically insane still.
no,
There's
but
more villains out there than just him to deal with. Joker's just doing too much. That's the problem. You still gotta deal with all these other dudes that exist. It's just the fact that, like, yeah, some of them are redeemable, but then you still gotta deal with Bane, not to mention Absolute Bane at that. Nah, like you, granted, to kill Absolute Bane, I don't know what the heck you need to be. You ain't taking.
the,
I don't know what can kill that man.
there was this in the 2006 the Batman basically
Yeah, you told me
alien
about that.
there was an alien invasion, and like the Joker's like, "I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry that I wasn't more welcoming, but destroying Gotham is my job." And like all the villains just started to attack the aliens with the help of the police. And Mr. Freeze froze a robot while Gordon shot it, and they both nodded at each other.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like
That's the
Batman
thing.
villains
Yeah,
are evil, but here's the thing.
some of them can be redeemed. Like we've seen
Well,
what
Joker,
happened with
no, there's no
no some
redemption
no I
in
said
that.
some I said some like let's look like almost every woman villain Batman has been redeemed either through Riz or through or through actual convincing. Just think of
Catwoman,
Poison Ivy sometimes.
Poison Ivy's just trying to help the planet.
Yeah, it's like it's noble goal, but it's like an Ultron situation basically.
Noble
That's
goal, just awful like
way of
solution.
going about it. And like, yeah. But the thing is,
And
and he doesn't have that many women villains. Now I think about it, but like every woman villain that I know he has is on somewhat of a good side. So,
the
who else? Two Face would be if he didn't have DID. That's if he didn't have
Killer
DIE.
Croc. Killer
Killer
Croc.
Croc depends.
Okay,
I
no,
don't
no.
know. I've seen versions where he's just like,
You're treated like a monster, you become the monster.
yeah, that's what it is exactly. But yeah, other than that, there's not many other like redeemable. Doctor Freeze, technically, he's trying to save his wife. I don't know if that's like a common thing in most lore, but I know from the Arkham games, he's just trying to save his wife.
And the Joker. I'm kidding. No, never mind. I'm throwing that out because there's
Yeah,
just no
Joker.
redeeming quality.
He said he's done this for the love of the
On
game.
the block,
No,
Absolute Batman. Today I'm gonna do the opposite. Just take a look at this page from Absolute Batman. This nigga just punted a child. Batman in general.
no, don't trust that.
Out. I don't think he.
What kind of child was that? He
And
didn't give
then
context.
Peep this. What possibly could warrant doing this to a nigga Batman? And Absolute Batman is my age. He's in his early 20s. He's like 6'9".
Bro, that dude's our age doing this.
Oh,
He's taller
I'm
than
almost
you.
the height.
He's taller than you. No, I'm not fighting this dude. I'm not
No,
fighting
no,
this
no,
dude.
no, no, no. Wait, I'm sorry. 6'9" with 421. Yeah, we're screwed.
After, dude, I don't want to, dude. If you actually had fight in you, I wouldn't want to fight you. The only reason why I'd fight you is because I know your weak points. If
But
I
also, I'm
see
not.
any,
Also,
if
I'm
I
not.
see
I'm
any
just
man
not
that's only,
violent.
if I see anyone taller than you that's built like this, I don't want to fight that man. And by the time that I know I don't want to fight him, he already sees me. It's too late. I can't run away.
400 pounds. He used to play football. He has a loving.
Go to the
parent.
league, bro.
You don't need to be a hero, bro. You can make your trillions again by playing
Yes,
football.
go to the
Especially after seeing
league.
Absolute Bane.
Go
and Absolute
WWE
Joker.
with it.
Yeah, put the cape and cowl
Yes.
up and go to California.
The moment I saw this design for Joker, whoever made the Absolute Universe hates Batman. There's no way you can convince me you make the Joker like this. Granted, and the thing is, we don't even know the size comparison. With Bane, we already know how much bigger the man is from Batman. How big is this from Batman's perspective? If he's anywhere near this big, mind you, this is him without the Venom on, I'm pretty sure. This is Bane's size without that Venom on. This is Joker. How in the heck does he fight this? Batman, I think they said Wonder Woman's gonna. I think they said Wonder Woman's gonna come and help him, but even then, like, bro, Batman, they don't like Batman.
Because now we on to the main course. Arkham, Batman. Imagine you're getting mugged. You call for help.
No,
Batman
Batman
pulls
has
up,
saved a
but
lot
he
of people in
has his
Arkham
lightning
Knight
gauntlets
or
he
Arkham
had from
games.
Origins, and he
Also,
beats
can we also
these
point
niggas
out the
down
fact
in
that
front of you. You got saved, but now you see somebody's
So,
elbow
Ba-
sticking out of their
when
mouth,
Batman
and you got to
based-
go to
when-
therapy
when
for the rest of
people
your life. I
should,
mean,
like,
thanks, I guess.
Batman's
And
just
you
a
can't tell me that the way Arkham
guy
Batman
having
be
his
doing
fun,
some
like,
of these dudes, sneaking up
his
behind
parents
them or
were
whatnot,
killed in
he
an
don't be
alley.
giving some
He's
of these
trying
dudes heart
to
attacks.
basically make
Imagine getting snuck,
everyone's life a
propelled
little
up
bit
into
more-
the air at Mach speed,
a little
was
bit
on the
less
ground, and now you
miserable,
dangling the hands above your head,
like-
all in the span
like,
of 0.5
miserable.
seconds. Nigga,
Literally,
I'm catching a
his
heart
company
attack
don't,
fast
like,
as hell.
his company like donates millions, if not billions, to charities.
Like he's
and
doing
basically
all that he can. Like, let's be honest, Bruce did not leave that alleyway. Batman did. They literally say that all the time. Literally in the Justice League show, this man gets hypnotized to the happiest day of his life is when he was in that alleyway with his parents still.
No, basically, there was this thing where like he had a plan on him that put him in his happiest memory in a show, and he basically like he was in that alley where his father was beating him up, but then he just
Yeah.
started crying, realizing it was just not real.
Yeah, that's the sad thing too. Like this man's so traumatized years later that this man has not let that alleyway
Oh,
happen.
you would
You
too.
doing that bomb spray with niggas,
Dude, I
right
don't hang.
next to
Dude, the thing
wall
is with
you
me
blow up.
though, I've already accepted my parents' death.
No,
Even
no,
and they're in their mid 40s, bro. At this point, if they die, yeah, I'll be sad. But to hold on it to how long Bruce has is absurd.
Well, here's the
Granted, if they
thing.
were killed in front of me,
Different circumstances.
yes, if they were killed in front of me, that would be a lot. And like survival guilt, not only that, yeah, trauma. But to hold on to that for so long, to do all of this on top of that, I don't think I would go this far. Cause I know like cause the thing was with me, Batman don't got no family outside of this family. He only has Alfred and the kids he adopted. When it
And
comes to
also-
me, I know I have other family around me. I got siblings, I got uncles, aunts, cousins, I got lots of other people still in my life. Even if they were murdered in front of me, I have outlets that aren't Batman's. I have better circumstances and people around me to deal with that trauma. he only had Alfred, and even then, he barely liked Alfred for the most part when he was a kid. And even
Alfred was a
after,
father
yeah,
figure.
4 times more than how many times did he have Robins? And even then, like 2 of them was his actual kids. Like he had like 7 Robins. 4 was
Oh,
the Dick, Jason, Tim, Damien. Then you had the girl Robins, which I can't remember the names of for the love of me, I swear. Barbara can kind of be like a pseudo daughter figure for him, depending on the context of the
like,
comic that you read.
okay, also, when people were saying, "Oh, he's just adopted, Dick just for like Dick's parents were killed
Right? It
in
was
the first
trauma
set,
bonding.
and no, no, and basically he wanted to give Dick a better life.
Granted, that's the case with most. Tim's the only Robin that I think he found that wasn't like already pre-traumatized. Jason was already like a thief or like a little hoodlum or something when he
He
was
no,
caught up.
no, want to hear how it went?
He
He
tried to rob
tried
the
to steal
Batmobile or something.
he
Yeah,
tried to steal the bumper of the Batmobile,
yeah, he tried to steal something from Batman. The thing was,
which is
yeah, Tim found
which
out he
is
was
the
Batman.
stupidest thing you could have ever done.
Yeah, Tim found out he was Batman. I don't know if Tim has any preconceived trauma before being Robin. After Robin, this man got the work. Let's be honest. Damien, he was his actual son. Once he found out that kid was his kid, he just took him under the wing. I know he had like a daughter with Catwoman. I don't know what her name. I think it's like Cassandra something. Maybe I don't know. I can't remember.
Sandra
But
Kane.
I
Wait,
don't know.
wait. What were we
What
talking
up?
about
So
again?
bricks was
What,
flying, flinging
Cassandra?
at their head at Mach speed, hitting them in the back of their dome. Also, with
Yeah,
the
but these are the
impact of the
criminals, though.
explosion. You telling me if somebody gets surprise exploded, they're
Oh,
not
it was
either
Cassandra
dying or
Kane.
catching a heart attack? And then in Arkham Knight, the Batman and Nightwing team ups are crazy. Batman can
Yeah, but this it said heroes to save heroes with your life. These are the villains, okay? These are not the people that they're protecting. When it comes to the people they're protecting, Batman has saved dang near. Nah, he has Arkham Asylum. A lot of those police officers died, and granted, there was little he could do about that. Arkham City, yeah, there's people that die in the Arkham games, but the thing is, whenever Batman knows someone's life's at risk before it happens, he's on speed dial. If he's literally the only way to not to die with Batman around you is if you're locked behind a glass cage that he can't break through right there and then. That's the only way. Other than that, this man will find vents to sneak around with like Among Us to get the dude before he can shoot you. That's how dedicated this man is to the job. If not for literally people places that he couldn't get to in time beforehand, he would save you. That's what I'm saying.
already
Because I
clear
played
a
all the
room by
Arkham games
himself.
before,
Nightwing
so I
can
know
already
like what
clear a room
happened.
by himself. What do you need the two of you for? Or those TikToks of, oh no, Batman don't kill. He launches a nigga into a gas tank as it
Dang!
explodes. Or this one.
Snapped his neck. Yep. The man is dead. That's the thing, though. These are the criminals,
Or
not
this
the
one.
civilians.
Talking. I'll tell you when to stop.
Breaks his spine.
Know about Riddler? I know lots about Riddler.
Much obliged.
Boom. Yep. Dang! Yeah, that man's dead. He phased through the. But what if that man falls down and gets ran over?
But who the hell was Ch-
And then those counters where he be slamming a nigga head as
Yes!
hard as he can into a railing or a wall.
The
We're
best
not calling
ones.
him the Dark Knight no more. That's the Dark Menace. He truly
Yes.
does not care about nobody's well-being. But before we get to our final entrance in Hero Court, here's a couple of honorable mentions. The
Oh, no.
Avengers bring y'all ass up to the podium too.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't Tony the one who basically was trying to save him? Okay, okay. Can I just iterate?
He said the
wasn't the Avengers'
Avengers.
fault.
No,
it was Nick
Avengers.
Fury's.
They're plural. Together? Avengers together. To trust with your life.
I would, but no. To be fair,
No,
the
because
first
he's
Avenger-
using
the-
Hulk in this case. We're talking Savage Hulk. You're gonna possibly be collateral damage.
No, no, okay,
Cap,
but can I just,
Cap, Cap. I feel like I could trust. If
but
it's
can
like
I
a,
just say,
huh?
the first Avengers movie was completely
Yeah.
Shield's fault.
Yes. Well, let's be like the Avengers. Yeah, it's just those things where when they're together, if they're already
Wait a
at a
minute.
problem, that's the thing is when the Avengers are together, it's a problem where everyone's gonna die if they don't do something.
Oh
The
my
fact that
God.
people die is a matter of the villain.
I'm now just realizing
What?
both the Avengers movie, the first two Avengers movie, was Shield's fault. If she,
I'm trying to remember how the first one was.
No, no,
No, the
no,
first
no,
one
no,
they
no,
played
no,
with the
no.
Tesseract was sent Loki.
Shield was trying to do the Tesseract, which
Yeah,
Loki
okay.
came to Earth with the Mind Stone. If that didn't happen, Hydra wouldn't have gone on the Mind Stone. Wouldn't have created uh Wanda and Quicksilver. Vision would be gone, but eh. And the thing is, Ultron would not have been created because
Wouldn't
Iron
they
Man would
give
have had
him?
PTSD.
Yeah, that's fair. And I feel like when it comes to the Avengers plural, they're in a situation where everyone is gonna die if they don't do anything. Literally, like if they were not there, more people would have more people would have died regardless. So it's kind of like it is what it is. But like I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like if they're there, you can trust that like the problem that they're dealing with can be solved because they have so many heavy hitters on the team. But at the end of the day, like you're gonna have to hope that you can hide. That's the thing. When the Avengers are around, they're gonna try and save the day, but you gotta hide. And I mean like hide for real. Like, and the thing is, hiding might not even work. But at the end of the day, that's what you gotta do. You can't be near them when they're saving your life. You gotta hide and get out the way.
And these boys in the honorable mention
Because so
section
many of them
because
have so many
actually a
powerful
movie on why you
abilities that
should
like
trust the
if you
Avengers
don't
and
if you're out the
Civil
way,
War.
they're gonna
But
kill you
Steve
by
Rogers in
accident.
Age of Ultron, they just kind of blew up a whole ass city, and also got New York.
And everyone was
ransacked.
evacuated
Also
already.
got half of the population.
But then again, the thing
That's not
fell
just the
and all
population
that.
of
No,
Earth. The
that was the
population
fact
of
that there was
everything
an
in the
alien,
universe.
not
Do
just
you know how
them.
many niggas is in the
Yeah.
universe? A lot. They got a whole ass Scarlet Witch on their team. Do you know what Wanda
Yeah,
did to
she's
a
like,
whole town of
yeah,
people?
she
All because
know.
her fake kids weren't real? Shardiggy went off the deep end and became a villain in multi.
Bro, that's like those people that made like those AI families and freaking when the thing gets deleted, they go on they become psychopaths or something. Like they go like that's
Never
what
seen
that
that.
thing
Versus
is.
Madness. You niggas is too harsh on that movie, by the way. That shit is actually fire. They got a Hulk on their
Yeah, it's
team
not that bad
whose
of a
whole
movie.
thing before he was an Avenger
In the grand
was
scheme
just
I just think
breaking
those people
stuff.
expected
That nigga
more.
quote is Hulk smash. They got a billionaire who used to make weapons and sell them to who the hell ever. They leader is a 1940s blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man. I know he was hucking slurs around crazy style back in the day. You can't fool me, Steve
Yeah.
Rogers. They got a Thor. I guess he's chilled. And then
But Steve's nice, you know. Like I feel like if he said it was just because it was a word back in the day.
I love how there was a hidden detail in the first Avengers movie where they're in the gym and Captain America says, "I've seen everything," and it's like, "Bet you $10, bet you $10, this will blow your mind." And when he go into the helicarrier, he hands Nick a 10 because his mind was blown.
Wow, okay. The thing is with Steve, like, I don't think he would say the N word as in terms of like being
He
overtly racist to somebody. I will see him sing it because, like, you know how like back then that was just the word they called black people. Like, not even if it was purely out of like racial motivation. That's just what the word was.
Wait, didn't he hold on. Didn't
Like, I
he
know.
basically in Ultron, Tony said bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, like Steve was like language. And the thing is, like I said, back in the day, Steve, while I feel like he might have said the word, it's like one of those things where it was such a common thing to say to black people in general. That like it's like not even fully for the offensive sense of the word. Like it's kind of like something that you like black people you say negro. Like like white to that. Like that's what happens. Like on a regular like on a thing. So it's like I would see him doing that, but that's because of the time he was at. And granted, 1940s, when how long is that out of slavery? Like a few, like like a few decades. World War II was like a decade or two after slavery, ain't it?
Hold on.
I know like slavery ain't like over like far in the past in their period, but like he was. I feel like Steve, like the morals that he had,
what war
huh?
did you what war did you say?
The N word, or like yeah, the N word, like the OG N word.
I
Like
said
what?
what war?
World War II. That's when he was
Thank you.
there. Yeah, because like I think the thing that we forget is not every white person said was like that back in the day. It's just the fact that it was common. You know what I mean? I feel like not every because there were white people in the freaking civil rights movements with the black people that were there to help fight for the cause. Like you know what I mean? Not every person was like that during those time periods. It's just the fact that like it was so common that like even if you said something about it, you were either just seen as like I guess kind of weird or something. Like I don't think they would do anything to you for like having sympathy or to like feel like they should have rights. Or maybe they did just beat you up for it. I don't know. Back then I feel like they beat you up for a lot of things.
74 years.
74 years after slavery. I'm talking for real. Not no free the slaves and they send them back to the fields only to get freed afterwards.
Wait,
Like I
hold
mean,
on, wait,
freed,
hold on.
freed. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Well, World War II started in 1939.
Yeah, you gotta remember, segregation was
Passed the
segregation. Yeah.
Congress, ratified on December 6th, 1865. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery.
Yeah, you gotta remember, segregation was still in full effect when he was when he was
I thought you
down
just said
there.
slavery.
No, segregation was in full effect when this man was still down there. And granted, he
Oh,
was in the army, so it's like he fought alongside them. You know what I
Wait.
mean? Most of his want was to be in the army, and he was fighting with those dudes. Wasn't one of his like main team that he was with in that
the
time
Howling
black?
Commandos, yeah.
Yeah, wasn't one of them black in that team squadron that he was
Yeah.
in? Yeah, like he's used to the team dynamic. He wouldn't. I don't feel like he would be overtly racist to somebody. He might say something because, like I said back in the day, that was just what they talked about. But as far as him hating or doing some stuff out of line, I don't think so. That just doesn't align with Steve as a person. Like this man not only will save your life, even though his life is not in jeopardy at all, like the grenade situation, but like let's be so for
Problem.
real.
Now that's enough of them boys. The next honorable mention I got is Logan. I don't know the rest of his names. Wolverine.
Okay,
And
that's
yes, I'm only
Wolverine.
adding him here because of that game trailer. that
No,
came out
Wolverine, he
yesterday.
saved those
And I
kids in
know
Logan,
specifically
remember?
He said he ain't
Yeah.
no hero, but
As
like,
long as he's
come
on your
like,
side,
what-
I trust
what are we
him.
classifying bro as? That nigga's a hero, bro. But I think Wolverine's the last hero you'd want to call if you need to get saved. Just
Yes,
looking at
honestly.
how he's doing little bro right here. He did.
He'd
that
be too
nigga
focused
so
on the
bad. We got
bloodlust.
tweets up already talking
Yeah,
about
that.
I did this to a
He would
nigga
be
outside
too
of
focused on the
Bojangles once.
bloodlust to
That's how you
save
know
you.
the
That's the
ass
thing with
beating is
Wolverine.
egregious. Cause like little bro didn't even have to do the little.
Thing is, I
stab
know
to the head
Wolverine
of
will
the
try
kid.
to
He was
save me.
already
Like he
a
saved
goner after
those
the first
mutant
46
kids
slashes to
in the Logan
chest. And
movie.
look
Like
at
I know
this
he
big robot
cares, but
dude
like
picking Logan up. Just put him down. Congratulations, you're holding Wolverine up, but you also got stabbed in the head 14 times for it.
Yeah,
I don't
in
know
the
what this
neck,
situation
bro,
is. Put
like-
his little ass down.
I'm
For all the
sorry.
reactions to this
Congratulations, you
trailer,
held
I
him
feel
back.
like niggas
Good
was
thing
glancing
you're
over
dead.
this. He
Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you last night,
that
honestly.
magma.
Or the other night.
Like, are you
Yeah.
serious? Then what he did at the beginning of the trailer when he cut bro's leg off and then put the claws.
I feel like these
through his
aren't good
face?
examples though.
I
You're
done
showing
turned
us
this
him
Wolverine trial
beating the
into
bad
crazy. I
guys,
don't
not
even
him
care no
saving
more. I waited
lives.
4 years for this trailer. Here it is. I put my actual chat's souls on the line for this yesterday, man. Like they said, Insomniac was washed. Insomniac can't make good games no more. Insomniac canceled the Wolverine game.
Bro, they said that after
I-
Spider-Man 2.
Also, I love how this is honorable mentions and he's just going full rant in Wolverine.
Yeah, because let's be honest, they said Insomniac was washed just because of like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. Both were fun games. I think it's just because like Miles Morales, Spider-Man, I'll exempt that because it's made to be his like little pocket story of a video game. It's not like they're kind of working what they have, and most of Peter's villains have already been dealt with in the first Spider-Man game. The Sinister Six, all them dudes have already been dealt with. The only one that recurs is Rhino, and you already get him back in the raft in the beginning of the game. Rhino comes back later of the game, but it's like most Peter's villains are Miles' villains. And like Miles' stuff is just like a sole side story in of itself. Spider-Man 2 was a great game. I think it's just the fact that like it's not as timeless. And the fact that like we expected a lot more from the game in comparison to the first one. The first one had a lot of stuff, and it was like a very long game. It also had DLCs and stuff. I think we expected
Yeah.
a lot of that from the second one as well. I know you didn't play the game. I'm pretty sure. Did you
Yeah.
ever play that game?
No.
But yeah, I think people just expected a lot more. That's why they call it bad. But like, bro, Insomniac still makes great games. I think it's just the fact that like we expect so much after Spider-Man PS4 because that game was so amazing. That like everything after that you just expect to be like as great if not better. You know what I
They
mean?
called me, bro.
Yeah.
They took my bitch, but look at me now. So now that that's out of the way, the last hitter up to the stands, we
Right,
got
talk to me.
Bumblebee. Now, I know
Why just
he isn't
Bumblebee?
technically a hero, but he's damn near the mascot of a 40-year-old
Dude,
franchise.
get all of
They
them
can
on the
sell toys
court.
to kids. So basically,
Dude, get
same
Optimus
shit.
on
Now, the
here.
difference between Optimus and Bumblebee for the last video is look at Bumblebee's face. Little bro looked like he couldn't hurt a fly, and then bam, Transformer 2, he ripped the dog's spine out and used it to whip somebody else with.
Like I said,
Oh,
these
that's
are
not
the
crazy
villains,
enough.
not
In
the
that
people
same
they're
squabble, He
protecting.
ripped that dog's spine off. He went behind little bro's back, grabbed him by both of his arms, kneed him in the back repeatedly until he ripped both arms off, and boom,
Dang,
ravage.
bro.
In Transformers 3, I can't even get mad at what B does to Soundwave, because Soundwave was just booming prisoners of war. Cause that boy B pulled up on
Like, you know what I'm
sideways
saying?
and
Like, he keeps
uppercut
bringing
bro
up
in
the
the
villains
chest
that
with
they
his
kill
cannon
and not the
and
people that
blew
they're
his face
saving.
off. And
Not
I
the
know
actual
that
people,
sounds
yeah.
crazy.
Like, for the title of the video, the title of the video should have been
Hit Soundwave
different.
with
That's
a
what I'm
Mortal
saying.
Kombat fatality. And low key, what
He said people that I wouldn't trust with my life. I would trust Bumblebee with my life because he saved Haley Steinfeld's character throughout the whole movie. I think he would save me or protect me at all
I think the
costs.
Transformers as a species should, you know, hash their beef for all of 30 minutes. Sit down together and make a Geneva Conventions because y'all be doing each other crazy. And then we got Transformers 4, and B was just crashing out on Stinger. Bumblebee and Stinger was fighting on the Pterodactyl Dinobot. Yeah, I forgot his name. Yeah, fake Transformers fan. Yeah, my fault.
Wow.
Bumblebee done blew his head off, picked that hoe up, and fed it to little bro. Don't even try to ask me what
Dang,
Bumblebee
just
did in
aura farming.
Transformers 5. I have no recollection of that movie other than Optimus Prime versus Bumblebee. And yes, I've done 3 videos on that
Really?
movie. Do I remember any of them besides the B versus Prime one? Hell nah. I put Transformers 5 in the
Never
no-no
saw
vault
that
in my
part.
head like Finn.
What'd they
But
fight
that's not
for?
it for live action B. Cause it's not just the Bayverse movies. They got this nigga moving like King Von. That boy Dropkick was shooting at B from his helicopter
Yeah, this
mode.
part
He
right
wrapped
here
his
was
metal
like
chain around his
OD.
propeller, so when he transformed,
Yeah,
the
then
chain got
pulled
stuck
the
in all of
thing
his little
out and his
foldable
body
bits.
ripped apart
Then he
piece
started
by
talking
piece.
mess. He said, "Do you think these chains will hold me?" And just watch.
You think these little chains can hold up?
Them bricked him up. Yeah, bro, that was OD.
Yeah.
And the thing with Transformers is, it's like, yeah, they're robots in our perspective, but imagine seeing real humans do this to other humans. That's Mortal Kombat levels of gladiatory brutality on these robots. Really think about the perspective of them to us. To us, we just see robots having mech fights. It looks cool, right? You see this on a regular person? That is absurd. This, he said, ripped out a dog's spine and whipped it at someone. Imagine seeing that on like a real flesh dog and someone. You're gonna think whoever that is Satan's greatest soldier. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that's all that person is to
That's
you.
a demon. How Shatter died wasn't as egregious. It was a sacrificial plea by Bumblebee that just got her ass up out of there. So I can't even be too mad at that, but that's still another body on his hand. And then we
Yep.
go even earlier into the movie with Blitzwing. Now that boy Blitzwing
That's me
had this
waking
grown-ass
up.
man held up,
Yes.
feet dangling off the ground with one hand. That's a violation.
Yeah, then he
I
ripped
can't
off
even
his, like,
really
his-
be
he
too
ripped off
mad at
his
what
voice
B does
box?
next, cause he undoes his rocket gauntlets, shoves that hole in his chest, kicks off of Blitzwing, and blows his ass to smithereens. Now that's still just a crazy ass way to go. I feel like there might have been even a little bit of something Blitzwing could have did to stop this, but oh well. His ass got.
Dude, let's not act
genuinely
like
shocked
Optimus
and
Prime hasn't done
Bumblebee
worse.
pulled on his ass. Now it don't stop.
Let's be
here
so for
because
real.
in Rise of the
Optimus
Beast,
has
he got
ripped off
himself
dudes'
another
heads with his
body in an
sword.
egregious way. Now Nightbird. Shorty did not have a single thing to do with Bumblebee's death other than just kind of being there and seeing it. But like, so did all the Autobots too. I don't know why you had this smoke for them, because when he got revived and he came back to life,
Optimus
he
Prime
pulled up on
slice
Nightbird, hopped on
Megatron
her
down the
back,
middle or
took
something?
off
Or was
one
it
of
like a
her
different
door
one?
wings, hit her in the self-destruct button, and she exploded and died. Now, I don't know why Bumblebee came back with this much smoke for Nightbird and not Scourge, you know, the actual person that got him up out of there.
I mean,
But
hey, she gave it for him
digress. Now, it
first. He
hurts my heart to say
retaliated.
this, but
She
Bumblebee
wanted
has the
that
most
smoke.
amount of woman
That's like if when I
bodies
pick on you
out
and you
of these
pick on me.
movies. So not only
Yes.
is he somebody you shouldn't trust with your life, he is also a woman beater. My goat has
What do you mean a woman? Dude, I'll never, dude, to this day, if a woman is trying to kill me, I'm fighting back. In some way, even if I don't outright hit her for real, I'm gonna at least try to restrain her.
No,
If
no, no.
restraining does not work and she's really out to off me, I have no choice at that point.
Literally,
And then at that point, it's not even hidden women at that point. It's self-defense. I don't care what you have to say. It's self-defense. Because
I
what
want
am I gonna let her do? What am I gonna do? Let her kill me? Then what? Then I look stupid. Like, imagine if your dead body could explain that in court. Yeah, I didn't want to hit her because she was a woman, so I let myself die in the process because of my moral. Like, what the? You don't gotta kill the woman. You just get her off of you and get her at least restrained.
you don't hit her.
Yeah,
If
you
she throws
restrain.
if she throws a punch, you twist her arm and you break it.
Yeah, the thing is, you always try to restrain first. Let me refrain. Every
Oh
time.
no! I don't go for
every-
restraint. No, you
Yeah.
can go for restraining. I go for immobilizing.
Yeah, women trying to kill you first. If they don't have weapons, restrain off rip. If they have weapons, it's you got to do what you got to do to at least get the weapon out of their hand first and then restrain. If neither works, it's fair game. At that
You go
point,
You go the restraining route. I'm going with the immobilizing. I basically
Immobilize? Like you mean
No,
paralyzing people? What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
how to explain it? If they have you seen Cobra Kai?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I got an idea. Just explain it. I'll have a
Basically,
pretty good.
there was this thing like, and the best way to win a fight is not to fight, and it basically means taking the opponent's ability to fight away from them.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like I feel like the steps to self defense against a woman is at first restrain if she's attacking you first. If she's unarmed, restrain all day. Because at the end of the day, I feel like you can probably tank the hits if she's weaker than you. If she has a weapon, depending on what the weapon is, you gotta at least do what you got. If you can't get the weapon out of her hand before she strikes you, it's fair game. Do what you gotta do. You don't gotta kill her or anything. Just like I said, just get the weapon out of her hands and make sure she can't hit you after all. Or just get behind a locked door or something. Get away from that person. I like fighting hand to hand against a woman is like my last ultimate defense. I'll always go for the restrain. 'Cause that's how I do all my fights, really. Like I'll always prefer restraining or talking it out before hands have to be thrown. Because at that point, I know it can't be helped otherwise. And if I can't, and if you really do have something that can in my life in your hands, I'm gonna at least try to get behind a door first. If I can't, if there's nowhere to hide, it's fair game. If I die, I die. At least I'm gonna go out at least trying to prevent both of our lives from being taken. Even if you kill me, because think about it, if you kill me, you're going to prison. If I at least restrain you and like do like everything I can to make sure that you get out of there alive, we don't have to do nothing. And like the thing with me is I'll know I'll get over it. Even if you try to attack me and like you lose and we both walk away, I'll know I'll get over it at the end of the day. Granted, I'll probably still get thrown in jail because people love to throw false accusations against people. But still, I at least have a chance. I at least would rather not die. You know what I mean?
Truly falling
Yeah.
off the deep end. First Shatter, now Nightbird.
Say hello to my friend, Bumblebee.
You see a fine shit and he start getting mad. Like, little dude, calm down. This will not get you the host. But that's all I got for y'all today on these heroes. As you can tell by the monumentous amount of evidence I provided with y'all today, these heroes a little crazy. So that's why the moral of the story today is stay clutching. It's a dangerous world we live in. But
Yes.
if you like, comment, subscribe, do that good stuff. I'm gonna leave all my
Yeah, and with that being said, yeah, I think the video title needs to be changed different. They said, "Do not trust these heroes with your lives." They were saving people in these videos. He's more or less saying how like brutal and destructive these people are. That's what he's talking about. Because every of these heroes that I've seen, other than like literally like probably the Man of Steel one, has saved somebody in the process, even if it was just one person. Like almost like Wolverine is. I mean, Insomniac Wolverine, we don't know what he really did. He didn't bring up like Wolverine as a person. He brought up the Insomniac trailer version, and even in the trailer, he was fighting the bad guys, hunting him first. He was not his objective was not to save anyone in the game. In the Logan character, he saved his kids before, so I know he would save people, like regardless. Granted, you probably would have to motivate a real Wolverine to save anybody, to be honest with you, because I don't think that's just like his main objective. So I wouldn't really trust him. The Avengers, like I said, if they're gonna save your life, you need to be hiding. Never be where you can see them fight if they're trying to save your life. Get somewhere where you can hide, and if they get you, it's just a wrap. But you know they're trying to save lives. All you can do is literally just hide until the fight's over. If you can see them or the people they're fighting, it's already a wrap for you altogether. Like you, let's be honest, they've saved people in that. Like the shawarma was still fully functioning and still in good condition to eat lunch at after the fight happened. So the city was still, although it still got destroyed, it had functioning like building around it. People could at least get back to some form of normal life afterwards. Like people could go back to their apartments if it was still not busted through. Like people could go back to doing stuff like nothing ever happened. Like even Spider-Man Homecoming, yeah, the Avengers Tower was still like being like somewhat rebuilt after like back in full. But like they was all the kids back in high school and school. Peter was walking down Queen thing. Place was like just like a regular New York Queens looking place. Like he went to a sandwich shop. Like people was living normal in New York. Like nothing happened. So like, yeah, I'll give it that much. And even then, New York hasn't really been attacked that much. If we really think about it, it's not, New York itself has not been attacked that much in the MCU. Comics, I don't know, because comics has a lot of Spider-Man, a lot of Daredevil, and a lot of Punisher, and a lot of Kingpin. You know what I mean? Like, it got a lot of them dudes on it. Granted, and also Spider-Man got all the Sinister Six over there. I don't think them dudes go as Universal. Them things is mostly in New York, doing him the worst of ways. But anyway, I guess that was it for this one, man. Hope you have a good day, and God bless.